Let's take a quick review on BTC using the magic of 50 moving average strategy, because BTC is at a delicate point that may cause a lot of traders to lose money if care is not taken. Where BTC is currently now, it requires a lot of patience in order to navigate the right direction. Still get? So now let's consider daily, weekly and monthly, because BTC have moved a long way and we need to use a higher time frame to spot out appropriate directions on BTC. So looking at daily time frame now, we have a clear resistance here. We have a clear resistance on daily here, right? We have a clear resistance here. This resistance have been mitigated. Market have touched it several times. So we have a clear resistance there. And coming down here, we have support. We have support here on daily time frame, right? Okay, let's go back to weekly time frame. Can you see? On weekly time frame, we see that this resistance is here to be mitigated. When the market broke this support down, when the market broke this support, when the market broke this support, it turned to resistance, which is here to be mitigated, right? On weekly time frame, the resistance is here to be mitigated, right? And if you have been following this strategy, I says that daily time frame and weekly time frame, they work hand to hand. Daily is directly proportional to weekly, while weekly is directly proportional to monthly, because daily 50 moving average have been violated, and then daily 50 moving average have been violated, weekly 50 moving average have been violated. So BTC is facing down now. The next moving average that remained is monthly. So let's go back to monthly. You see, this is the next moving average that remain to be mitigated. This is the next 50 moving average that remain to be mitigated. Can you see? The reason why I picked this 3 time frame is that the rest of the time frame have already been violated. They have been mitigated. Do you get? 4 hours have been mitigated. Dailies have been mitigated. Weeklies have been mitigated. They are all violated. Now, what the only moving average that remain now is the monthly moving average, and that is where BTC is heading to, because once weekly is violated, the next target point is monthly, because weekly is directly proportional to monthly. Together. Okay, now let's go back to weekly again and see if weekly is directly proportional to monthly. Now, this is our monthly. This is our monthly target point. Now we are targeting this area as the final bus stop for BTC. We are targeting this area as the final bus stop for BTC. Now let's go back to daily and see. We want to can you see? Now this is our daily, right? Okay. Now this is daily. Let me show you. So this is daily resistance. Currently is resistance, right? This is daily resistance. Now immediately the market, and then this is weekly resistance. This is the weekly resistance, right? This is the weekly resistance. This is the weekly resistance. Can you see? If you look at between this weekly and daily, there is a gap between this weekly and daily that is yet to be filled up. Can you see? There is a gap that is yet to be filled up here. So immediately the market broke the weekly support and turned to resistance, then hit the daily's support there, right? Let me see. Okay, immediately the market broke this weekly and come to daily here. So now there is a relationship between this weekly and daily. there is a relationship between this weekly and daily. So this market suppose goes up here to form a double top before breaking down, but unfortunately it violated that rules and it left this resistance unmitigated. It left this resistance unmitigated, drop straight to 4-hour time frame and mitigate this daily resistance. Now market is within this daily and 4-hour zone. Now it's within this daily and 4-hour zone. That is why I say BTC is at the delegate point now. Is at the delegate point. Can you see as BTC is trading within this zone? Now can you see BTC is trading within 4 hours zones and then daily zone. Do you get? BTC is trading within this zone. BTC is trading within this zone. Can you see? Now there is a possibility for this weekly to be mitigated. There is a possibility for this market to pull up here, zoom up immediately and drop down. Do you get? And there is another possibility for this market to drop down from this zone immediately to come and mitigate this monthly moving average. Do you get? To come and mitigate this monthly moving average. So where BTC is currently now is quite delegate to trade. Is delegate. Either now there is two options here. Either you wait for this market to pull up to this and mitigate this point, because as far as daily, weekly have been broke to daily, monthly is already guaranteed. Coming down here is guaranteed. Either you wait for this market to go up here and mitigate this place, then you sell it down to this point, or probably you wait for this market to break down to this point, then you begin to sell it up. Because where BTC is now is at the center point. And is quite challenging. Is at the center point at this area is quite challenging because it can probably pull up to mitigate this weekly, or it can still drop down to mitigate the monthly, then continue with the bullish from monthly time frame. Continue with bullish from monthly, because at this monthly we should start expecting a reversal. So if this market eventually drop down to monthly, then we can begin to expect a reversal to go and mitigate this weekly. But where it is currently now, anything can happen. Market is not predictable, it's reactable. So anything can happen because currently is at the zone between daily resistance and then 4 hours support here. Do you get? Because we says 4 hours is directly proportional to daily. So this is daily and this is 4 hour support. Now is in between daily and then 4 hours here. Is in between daily and 4 hours. So if you are trading this pair now, either you take a buy small up here or you take a buy small up. But unfortunately, you may take a buy here and it decide to pull down. You may take a sell here, it decide to pull up to go and mitigate this weekly. So when you are trading BTC currently, you have to be very careful now because it's at the delegate point. Is at the very, very delicate point. So I think one thing I learned from trading through my years of experience so far. Patience is the key. When you see market that is not clear enough, I think you just need to sit back and watch what it's doing. Opportunity cannot be lost in the market. When you lost one opportunity, you will grab another opportunity. Sometimes it's better to preserve your capital than to lose your capital in an unclear market. You get that? So I think this is my opinion on BTCUSD currently. What I see so far is quite where BTC is now is quite delicate and confusing because weekly is left behind. This weekly have been mitigated. This weekly is yet to be mitigated. That is the major issue now. That is the major issue. The BTC is yet, the weekly is yet to be mitigated. This weekly resistance is yet to be mitigated. So anything can still happen. This market might decide to pull up here, and it might decide to drop down here. Whichever way it goes, whichever ways it goes is still an advantage. If it drop to monthly here, we can begin to look for buy, and if we pull out to weekly here, we can still have opportunity to sell it down again. So but where it is now, I think it's better to sit back and watch it to get a clear directions.